Alright guys, welcome. We're going to be casting a quick game here. This is a practice game between Gospy, the blue Protoss, in the upper right hand corner, and MunguiSa, the red Zerg, in the upper left hand corner. Casting here for you is Carrick. I play Zerg. I'm a diamond level player, and with me is Orange, who plays Protoss and is a near Masters level diamond level player. So we just thought we would test this cast out. We're going to hopefully do more casts of the tournament game that Ras and Orange are running, and also do casts of other games with a whole bunch of different 2+2ers. We think it'd be a really cool format and a good thing to do. So what we want you guys to do is watch the video and give us some constructive criticism. Talk about the video quality, the audio quality, quality of our commentary, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, camera control. Pretty much anything you can think of. We would really love to see some constructive criticism, and if you have any replays for us to cast, we would appreciate it. Orange, while we're going through the early phase of the game here, we have a ZvP between these two players. And I know Wraths is MunguiSa is a very aggressive player, and Gospy is known for turtling against Zerg pretty often and then pushing out with a big death ball. So Orange, why don't you tell us about how your tournament's going real quick for people watching on 2+2 and give us a little update on that.
Tournament is going well right now. I'm 3-0. I haven't really run into the top tier of my division though, so I don't expect that to last. The tournament's going well overall. The 2vs2 tournament is a mega fail, but I mean, I guess we couldn't really expect that to be a success. All in all, I think that people are getting their games in though, and I think that people are liking the structure, so hopefully that'll continue.
Yep, and here we have from Gospy, we have a Forge fast expand right here. So he's basically going to put down a Forge, he's going to put down some cannons and gateways, and then put down a Nexus here. From MunguiSa, we have a gas first pool build. This is pretty standard stuff out of a Zerg player, especially against a Protoss that's Forge fast expanding on close positions here. If you go out here and expand and try to put down a hatch first, you're going to get cannon rushed a lot. They can block this off with pylons. They can cannon rush you with cute stuff here, and really make your life a living hell.
Would you say that you only hatch first on far positions in this map, or I guess even the southeast position?
On this map, I actually honestly feel pretty comfortable hatching first all the time, because if they're anywhere but here, you're going to be fine. You're going to get away with it. I pretty much hatch first in ZvP really often. But when you do hatch first in ZvP, first of all, it has to be against someone who's probably not good enough to get down a really cutesy cannon rush. On the other hand, I always have a drone out here on hold position. I have another drone that's following the probe around, and then another drone that blocks them if they try to put any pylons in here, and maybe put a block here or here. Yeah,
I just basically, I mean, every Zerg that I've ever seen, or not every, I suppose, but all Zergs nearly always hatch first, so it's kind of surprising to see him do a pull first.
Well, I'll tell you, the reason he's doing a pull first is he's looking to do a one-base Baneling bust as it stands right now. Yeah, he has a Baneling nest building. He has about 100 gas banked right now, and it looks like he's saving up larva. So this is a type of strategy. It's really wow. He just denied the scout there at the last second. It's really risky because obviously if it fails, he's going to be behind in harvester, because we're going to have a Protoss chrono boosting out probes here and here, and it's going to be really hard for him to come back and win the game if he doesn't do some serious damage when he comes in here. I would say he'd have to kill at least one of the Nexuses and kill a lot of the probes. So basically what he's probably going to do is he's going to come in here and either bust a pylon or a cannon if it's here, if it's low HP, but if this is entirely blocked off, I would assume that he would probably go for the Forge as it's the lowest HP. So he's got the Lings coming over here now. As a Protoss player, how does his wall look here? He does have a Zealot on the wall, which is a weak spot.
His wall looks good. A quick note, Gospy made that later scout, and he still didn't see an expansion building, so that you kind of have to feel pretty uneasy at that moment, knowing that the Zerg has yet to expand. So I probably would have built another cannon myself. Just
does have a third cannon coming up here, and he's currently boosting out Warp Gate. Here comes the bus. He's making the Banelings now. I mean, this could be Roach aggression or Baneling aggression, but now he knows it is Baneling aggression. Here's a Zealot. Zealot's busted. The wall, I do believe, is down. He's coming up here trying to block it.
Really
the Zerglings got in. This is really bad for Gospy. He's gotten in the mineral line here, and basically there's really nothing left for him to defend here at this wall. He has to just keep smashing out Lings, but as you can see, he's up to 500 minerals up here. He just spent a bunch of them. He's missing injects, so he doesn't have as many Lings coming over as he really should have. If Gospy can plug this back up and take out these Lings, he'd be all right. The problem is the Lings, he's got nothing that moves.
Yeah, I think
really build Zealots.
His main is sacked. I mean, there's really nothing he can do. He's just got to sit and, kind of turtle.
Yeah.
Wrath's just taking his expansion. Yeah, I think that's fair. And I mean, he's going to pretty much catch back up. Whatever deficit he was at before. Yeah. It's back now. So.
And this really isn't savable up here because honestly, you need about 5 Lings to kill a Zealot, so he would need more than 2 Zealots to be able to go up there and kill him. He's got a nice little wall here. He is pretty weak right here. I mean, he could bust him again if he really wanted to, which looks like what he's going for. Problem is he doesn't really have any Lings to support it.
He still has quite a few minerals as well. It looks like he's jacked.
And if he rebusted this and could get back here in the mineral line, there's no cannons to cover the mineral line. So basically all he would have to do is kill these 2 Zealots, get back in the mineral line, put his Lings on hold position back here, and the game's, for all intents and purposes, over. But as you can see, we've got a bus coming in from the right and a bus coming up from the top here.
Do you feel like he has enough Banelings at this point to accomplish what he wants to do?
I think he has too many Banelings, honestly. I wish these were all Lings because he's going to need pretty much substantive Lings to come in here and kill the stuff. Busting with Banelings that move around slowly, the cannons are going to pick him off. Cannons do a lot of damage. They do 20 damage a shot, and Banelings have 30 health, so basically 2 cannon shots. So here it comes. He's sending the Lings in first. This wall is empty. I just wish he had more Lings. Really nice force field here by Gospy to break it off. Another nice force field here. This is really good stuff here. Amazing force fields. Wow. That was unbelievably played that he held those Banelings out. And then these 2 Banelings will be taken care of just fine. Wow. And he lost almost next to nothing. Let's look at the units lost tab. As we can see, I gotta remember that. MunguiSa has lost about 1,800 resources and 55 units, whereas Gospy's only lost about 10,000. So Gospy's way ahead here in units lost, but as we can see in the Harvester tab, the Zerg is actually slightly ahead and is now pulling ahead even more.
He's just droning up at this point. He's just going to be content saying, okay, I'm on 2 bases, you're on 1. I can just drone up. You're not going to really press out of your base as of right now, I don't think. Yeah, it looks like he threw it for Roach Warren as well.
Yeah, I mean, Roach is a really nice transition out of this. He's no way he's going to be on any sort of tech anytime soon that can deal with Roaches. Basically, he's going to need Immortals, or he's going to need, obviously, Detected Colossi. Otherwise, Roaches will own Gateway units. Roach Hydra will destroy Gateway units. So, how many gases are we taking here? We haven't taken any gases at the natural. We have 2 gases at the main that are saturated. He's still droning up. He's way ahead in drones now. He's really far ahead in this game, and it looks like even though his second bust didn't go so well and Gospy really pulled it out, MunguiSa's pretty much ahead in the game. The only issue I see is that Gospy has an army. MunguiSa does not have an army.
It's true.
If we look at the units, a lot of his supply are drones.
Yeah, looks like Gospy's taking his main back. I mean, there's really not much. I mean, it looks like they're both just content with just droning up, getting the economy going. Gospy with 5 gateways. It doesn't look like he's really pressing the tech to anything much higher as of right now.
I don't think he really can. I mean, it looks like he's going into pretty much an abridged 6-gate type build right now. With what he's got going on, forcing out the +1 attack, of course, which is indicative of that build. He's got 5 gateways producing. I would love to see him. He doesn't have the resources to add a 6, but I think if he pulled up a 6 gateway and could get that fueled by his economy, he could really put a lot of pressure on, especially since so much of the Zerg supply was made up in Harvesters. Now, he is producing Roaches. He's got about 6 Roaches on the way, and he's got a bunch of Lings, as well as Glial Reconstitution, which is, of course, Roach Speed. And +1, I did see +1 attack. I guess that was +1 melee attack that was going before.
+1 melee, yes. And now it's, yeah.
Did he cancel it? I think he did cancel the attack because I do see +1 carapace about, yeah. And I think that's smarter because the +1 carapace is going to benefit both the Lings and the Roaches. So we have a push out here. He's got about 7 sentries, which is a really nice count to have. It's going to let him do a lot with really well-placed force fields. He was going to put down a pylon here to block it off, but that probe, yep, there it goes. Really, really smart. This way he can't, a cheap Ling run by doesn't end the game by putting guys in hold position here and really only at the cost of 100 minerals. This is a pretty scary army. I know he's behind by about 10 supply, and the Roaches are about to finish, but does he have Burrow? He does not have Burrow. If he had Burrow here, this would be a much different story. I think that was a lot more important to get than Glial Reconstitution. And the Zerg also has the resources to research Burrow.
I think it's pretty. I'm sorry. I think it's pretty smart that Gospy's pushing out right here. He's gonna force MunguiSa to build some units. He's not gonna be free just to drone at will.
Yeah. And
you know, press that advantage further.
And as you can see, he's researching Tumbling Claws, but again, he doesn't have Burrow. This would be a much different fight about coming up to his Burrow, because what you would do is the sentries will lay down force fields, you burrow the roaches, they heal up while you're waiting the force fields out, and then you're fine. Burrow really kills a build like this. I mean, it's pretty much a hard counter. And to have these resources available, to have Tumbling Claws and Glial Reconstitution, and not have Burrow, I don't really understand. I have to assume that it was just maybe an oversight based on not being used to this type of opening build. So you can see Gospy setting up the proxy pylons here.
If you were the Zerg player, would you just shore up right now? Would you throw up a few spine crawlers? Would you like?
I'd research Burrow.
Your basic plan at this point? Okay.
And we do have a proxy action. I would research Burrow. Yeah, I would throw up spines, because if you don't have Burrow, you need the spines to poke at the sentries, because spines obviously don't, or sentries don't affect spine crawlers at all. They can't do that cute thing where they box all the roaches up into one little square with sentries. That said, this army is pretty impressively big. I would be a little bit scared of it if I was Gospy. As you can see, he's pulling his army back here. And he does have spotters to see that. Looks like he's going to go take out the rocks for his third. And as you can see, the third down here for the Zerg is already completed, but he's still pushing out roaches. If we look at the income tab, we can see that the harvesters are roughly equal right now. He is finally starting Burrow, and he is putting up a bunch of drones. He does feel pretty safe here. It's really hard to push up on this creep, even with well-placed force fields. Because first of all, you get to push up this ramp without vision. Although he could just obviously hallucinate something, but he is just researching hallucination now. And it just with the size of Tal'Darim, the force fields I don't think will be quite as potent. I just think the army was a little bit too big, but I do think that would have been a close fight with well-placed force fields. Then again, his sentry count is 7 with a really high. Well, he has more now, but when he was first pushing, it was 7 with a really high stalker count.
I think Gospy probably would have won off the creep in an open field, but
oh yeah, easily.
But definitely not so close to all the reinforcements and what have you.
And we can see the drones are rallying straight down here. I would love to see better creep sped. I would really love to see some creeps right to the right of the natural here, to allow them to poke into that and harass that third from the Protoss. As we can see, the Protoss is putting up a really nice field here, or a really nice set of cannons here to protect his third. It's going to be really hard to get any sort of lane harass there, as the 2 cannons do so much. Now 3 cannons do so much as they come by. Even with the roaches, the cannons do a lot of damage to the roaches, but we can see them moving up here. But you can bring the sentries back here, trap anything with force fields here, and then just use the DPS of the cannons to take care of it. Now the roaches are poking in here. The army is not up here. They're doing a ton of damage. This is a dangerous spot for the Zerg, though. He does not want to get trapped here by the Protoss army. Protoss army splits itself. That's an okay decision, because if he kept pushing here, he could have kept him out with force fields, and then he could have countered into the Zerg main with the Zerg army out of position over here and enough sentries back here to keep him out.
Yeah, I guess he was just afraid of a run by or something,
right?
Or, you know, some sort of counter. There's an interesting tech path that Gospy's going. He's going Robo and Stargate.
He's got 2 Stargates. I thought I saw. Yep, the second Stargate is building.
Yep.
And he's chrono boosting out an observer. I assume he's about to chrono boost it out. Wow, he's got a lot of chrono boost left on his main Nexus. And he's got full chrono boost left on his natural Nexus. It's really not good. I mean, that chrono boost could be used to get these observers out, to get probes out fast.